What's up, guys? How is it going? I hope you guys are doing well. So as you can see, we're going really quickly through the chord types, and as per usual, I'm here to just show you how you can easily recognize chord types in different keys, right? So today I'm going to cover an inversion, first inversion of minor major 7th chord. What does that mean? So let's take C, for example, minor major 7th. This is your minor triad, right? And your major 7th note is B, okay? And that's your chord. But today I'm going to show you the first inversion. So we're going to take the root note to the top, okay? Oops. Okay, so this is the chord that we're talking about today. Right, so let's quickly look at the shape, okay, of a first inversion minor major 7 chord, which is this. Okay, so there's two things I can kind of recognize from practicing chords and, you know, going through scales. I can recognize in this shape, have a look. Right, so I can recognize an augmented triad, right? Because if I take out the C, look what's left. E flat to G is a major third, G to B is a major third, and we know an augmented chord is made of two major third intervals put together, right? So I can recognize an augmented triad built on the minor third note, which is E flat, of the key in question, which is C, okay? The minor third note of C is E flat. And I can see an augmented triad built on it, right? But when we add the C, okay, because we're taking the root to the top, when we add the C, if I take out the E flat note, I can also see some sort of G added 4, but without the 5th note. We're looking at G from G right now, right? Sorry. So your 5th note in G, so your G triad, first of all, will look like this, right? You added 4, you're adding the 4, which is C. But if we take out the D, look at what's left. It's kind of like a G added 4, but without the 5th note, right? Because this is kind of complicated for me to process on the spot, I think the easiest way to look at this is to build an augmented triad on the minor third note of the key in question. So in this example, it's E flat, okay? And I already know the shape of my augmented triad, which is this in E flat. Again, because I've practiced over and over again. And all I'm doing is adding a minor second note on top of the last, or actually on top of the top note of the augmented triad, which is B, okay? So I'm just adding that C to it. And the interval between B and C, right, is a minor second. This right here. So if you think of it that way, every time you see this shape, you're gonna guess that is in first inversion minor major 7, okay? So let's try in another key. Sorry, my computer's going off. Let's try it in another key, maybe a couple more keys so the concept can drill in your brain, okay? Let's say I want to play the minor major 7 chord first inversion in E, for example, okay? So this is E. What is the minor third note of E? I'll let you guess. Correct, it is G, okay? Because this is your E minor and this is your minor third note, which is G. So all I'm doing now is I'm building an augmented triad from G, okay, which I already know is this by practice, right? So this is your major third interval, G to B, and then B to E flat, which gives you the augmented triad, okay? And all I'm doing is adding the E to the top note, right, of the augmented triad, which is E flat. So E flat, I'm adding an E to it, And that's it. I've built my first inversion, right? So simple. So let's try maybe, let's do it in C sharp, for example. So C sharp, I'll let you guess. I'll give you some time. What is the minor third note of C sharp? That's correct. It's E. Actually, the note that we was on already, the E. So I'm building an augmented triad, which is this. I already know by practice, right? Because you have the major third between the E and A flat, and then between A flat and C, that's the second major third. So the two together will give me an augmented triad. And all I'm doing is adding that minor second interval on the top note, right? Which is C. And that's it. That's your first inversion, right? Nice and easy. So all I'm saying is, if you memorize or you solidify all your augmented triads in your brain, all you have to do is play that triad built from the minor third note of the key in question and add a minor second interval note to the very top note of that augmented triad, okay? But anyways, I'm also gonna play it in right hand, left hand as usual, and then chromatic in all keys, so you can get familiar with the shape. Fingering wise, I mean, same drill, you know. I would put the thumb first, the index, the ring or the third finger, and then the middle, and then the little finger or pinky on the last note, right? So this or this would work. And the same thing I'll do with my left. Pinky, ring or middle, index, and then thumb. Okay? But you're gonna see it as I play out across the keys. Right, let's get into it.